I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving, and this old-fashioned pecan pie is a recipe I make every single year. It's one of my favorite pies. It is a maple pecan pie. I'm using maple syrup, pure maple syrup, instead of using Karo syrup. So before they even had Karo syrup, yes, you could make a pecan pie with maple syrup. The first thing I do is make a crust, and for that I'm using 1.5 cups of cold butter, 3 cups of bleached flour, a large egg that I whisk up, 5 tablespoons of cold water with that egg, and a tablespoon of white vinegar and a teaspoon of salt. And then you just go ahead and cut that butter into the flour. Then you pour your egg mixture in there and you stir it. I also use my hands to get them really dirty, and then form this into a ball or a disc. Cover it with plastic wrap and refrigerate it for at least 30 minutes, and then it will be nice and hard for you to be able to roll out into a flaky pie crust. This is a really old-fashioned egg and vinegar pie crust recipe that I got from my mother, who got it from her mother, so it's been in our family for generations, but it makes the best tasting pie crust that is super flaky, and you're really going to love it. So highly recommend this pie crust recipe. Whether you're making pecan pie or pumpkin pie or apple pie, this is your girl for pie crust. So you're going to roll that out and then put it into your pie pan and trim the edges, and you can flute the sides if you like to. And then you're going to get started on your filling. So for that, we are going to use 3 eggs. We are using a few teaspoons of flour to help it thicken a little bit, 2 1/4 cups of pecan halves, a little bit of salt, melted butter and brown sugar, and then 1 cup of maple syrup. So first you put your pecans down into your unbaked pie crust, and then you're going to whisk together the wet ingredients really well because you don't want any little pieces of egg whites in there. Then I also wrap the edges with the aluminum foil, and that just helps prevent them from burning. I have this recipe linked below in the description. You can print it off at farmhouseharvest.net, and have a happy Thanksgiving.